Great news! You've got money coming into the company. This could be from your initial share activity or from your sales. So let's look at how the Young Enterprise website can help you record that money correctly.
The first example you are likely to encounter is when you sell shares and collect the money from the sale of those shares. In this example, Mr. Bieber has just bought £25 of shares and given us £25 in cash. First of all, log in to the Young Enterprise website. Go to the URL on screen and then enter your login information. Your username is usually a number, and the password would have been given to you by your teacher or sent a lead. Once there, from the navigation bar, select Company Information and choose Company Accounts. From the list of options available, you'll see Receipts and Payments. You might remember that Receipts is another name for money coming in, and Payments another name for money going out. In this case, we have received money for our shares, so I'm going to click on Receipts. Click the plus icon in the right-hand column to add a new line. The date is automatically added for you. Click in the Where From column and enter some information that will help you identify the payment. Try to be as specific as possible. Just writing shares will not help you identify the payment in future. You can click in the Ref column and add details that will help to further identify what the payment was for. For example, if your shares have numbers attached to them, you could add that here. There are a lot of columns here. Don't panic. Do you remember in a previous video we spoke about ledgers? These are like finance books on a particular area of the business. You can think of each column as a ledger. You will also notice that each column either has a DR or CR label, remembering that the DR column is for a debit, where someone has given something to us, and the CR is a credit, where we have given something. The concept of balancing the books as part of double-entry bookkeeping means that the numbers need to be the same on the DR and CR sides. So let's add our share transaction. In our example, Mr. Bieber gave us £25 in cash, and you'll see that column 2 has the heading Cash and a DR. That fits, as we have received the cash from Mr. Bieber. So in column 2, I am going to add 25.00. The system will add the pound symbol automatically. If I click outside of the row, you'll see that the text changes to a red colour, and at the bottom of the screen it will tell you that the two sides of the entry do not match. So, let's add the other component. Looking at the remaining columns, they all have CR for credit. So, which one is relevant to us giving Mr. Bieber these shares for his cash? Well, column 6 has the title Shares, so let's use that. I'm going to click in the column cell and add 25.00. Clicking outside of the row, and the text is now black. Great! The credit and debit sides now balance. Once finished, don't forget to press the Save Changes button in the bottom right corner.
Congratulations! You've now completed your first double entry bookkeeping entry. So let's add another.
You can continue to add remaining shareholders to the accounts. It is good practice to press the Save Changes button after you add each line to avoid losing any information. If someone pays you with a cheque or pays directly into your bank account, you can record this by adding an entry into column 1 labelled Bank. In this example, Ms. Black has decided to pay by cheque, which I have paid into the bank.
If you have been paid money for something that you have sold, this is how you record it.
If you are not already there, log into the Young Enterprise website, select Company Information from the navigation bar, choose Company Accounts, and then ensure Receipts is highlighted, as shown earlier. Add a new line by clicking on the plus icon in the far right-hand column. In the first column, enter information about where you received the money from. Depending on how you want to do it, this might be the individual name of a customer, or it could refer to the event you got the sales at. It could also be an individual sale or one total for the entire event. In this example, we held a trade stand and sold 102 items at £6 each. We collected all the money in cash. In the where from, I'll enter that it was a trade stand for Halloween. And to help me track the sales total, in ref, I'll add that we sold 102 items. We need to enter how much money we have in the appropriate columns, so let's just look at the maths. If we sold 102 items at £6 each, in our cash box we should have £612. So let's add that to our finances page. I'll click in column 2 for cash debited, which means received, and add 612.00. Clicking away from the column, the text turns red. No problem, now we need to work out the credit side of the table. We have a few options to choose from, and you'll see sales listed. However, VAT is also listed, and the little star by the sales label says at the bottom of the page that VAT should be accounted for. So for the sales we have made, we need to work out how much goes to us and how much is VAT. Let's go back to our calculation sheet. We may have already calculated that for each product we sell at £6, £5 goes to us and £1 is VAT. If we've already done this, we can simply multiply 5 by 102 sales and 1 by 102 sales, and we have our numbers. If we don't know the VAT amount or have forgotten it, we can work it out using a formula, and that is to take the total, divide it by 120, and multiply it by 100. This gives us the number without VAT. To get the VAT, we minus this number from the original amount. OK, let's enter those into the accounts. I'll click on column 4 labelled Sales and add 510.00. I'll then click on column 3 labelled VAT and add 102.00. Clicking outside the row, great stuff. The text has gone black and the two sides of the table balance. I mustn't forget to press the Save Changes button.
And there you go. The sales have been recorded correctly and you can see at a glance how much money came in and where it came from.